guide them to take the pieces well and all these words. How were your experience with this kind, or how has been your experience working with artists with this kind of topic? I think it's absolutely giving yes, this experience with the sensuality and all these things, and take it to a public. That's not gonna have all these.
So are you videoing?
Oui,
Yeah, okay, that's fine. No? Okay, so I was involved in several stages here. Firstly, because I'd organised zero gravity flights, I advised Nahum on.
You organized?
Yeah, I was part of the group that organised the summit. So I advised Nahum on how to negotiate the zero gravity flight in Russia.
With the Russians?
I actually put him together with the German company that did it. So that's the first way. The second way is that Ale de la Fuente and Nahum invited me over here to give some advice on the project. So last year I came before they flew and talked to them individually about their projects and discussed about the practicality of the projects. And did that. And then finally, I came here for the Cosmicum event in November, straight after that. And I brought an audio recorder and I recorded interviews with all the artists in that exhibition about their experience. And basically, I asked them all 5 questions. I asked them, one, how did you feel after the first experience, the first parabola of zero gravity? I asked them, what was your project and did it work? I asked them, how was the social and cultural aspects of being in Russia and Star City? I asked them, how were they going to, I asked them, how have they been changed by the experience of zero gravity? And finally, I asked them, how are they going to transmit to the public the experience of zero gravity in the artworks that they're going to construct? So in each case, they answered all those questions, and I have an audio recording of about 30 to 40 minutes with each of the artists where they discuss that. This is before the exhibition opened. So yeah. So now I'm here at the final stage, which is to see the exhibition and to give a little talk about the whole thing.
And I think it was a great work with all this stuff, because they told that they came with all these videos and pictures, but the pictures were not what they expected. So they had to work with what they had.
But I would say they were remarkably fortunate. It looked like they had a really good team with the Russians. Looked to me like the Russians were really helping them a lot. These guys are normally training cosmonauts, so they're going to go into space. So, can I take some of the nuts before they take that away? Yeah. They're normally training cosmonauts, so you can see how the Russian cosmonaut trainers are really involved in the practicalities of the flight and what can be done, what can't be done. They know how to move in zero gravity. They know really well. They do it all the time. They know how to put their feet somewhere and to move people around.
They had like
And finally, you saw the guy at the end, but also in the exhibition, the guy with the hammer smashing the pinata. It's really difficult what he was doing. You have to really know. Because if you do it wrong, you go flying somewhere else, you know? Every accident gives an equal and opposite reaction, of course. So it's really hard to do to smash the pinata. So they saw it as a really interesting challenge.
Pregúntale que si los rusos entendían bien el concepto de piñata.
How the Russians take the piñata as an object, or what do they think about it?
Yeah, you'd have to ask Naum that because I wasn't there, but I think they really like the challenge, the idea that this piñata is smashed and everything goes everywhere in zero gravity. I think for them it was really an interesting challenge. Whether they understood the cultural significance of the piñata in Mexico is another matter. And as you know, the artists had a big discussion about whether they should do this project, even because they had already heard about the political situation while they were away. And I understand that they were concerned that this ritual of smashing a piñata was kind of like too much like a celebration of violence. I think they were concerned about that. But,
O sea que fue algo como nuevo para ellos, que estaban como, no entendían que era como celebrar la violencia o algo así, digamos, o sea, como de mátalo y lo disfrutas y al final tomas todo esto y así, pero que, o sea, fue una buena experiencia para ellos.
I mean, between the time they left for Russia and the time they came back, they had discovered the bodies of the 43, they had discovered the deaths of the 43 students. So that all happened, that discovery of the deaths had happened while reflecting what had happened with the flight. And so they were already hearing on the news, on the internet, what was going on back in Mexico when they were in Russia. So I think one of the reasons they didn't want to smash the piñata is that the piñata is kind of like this national symbol on one hand, and smashing the piñata is like...
So it takes
I mean, I'm not Mexican, so I don't know the cultural significance totally of the piñata. I mean, maybe you can tell me how you feel about that.
Well, we use it only on December. It's a religious and cultural mix of tradition, and we use it like a symbol of the devil.
Yeah.
So it has five.
No, espera.
Son cinco pegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you kill it, it's kind of like you are killing all these demons are in the society, like between the cultures and the country where they come.
Yeah. That's an interesting question. In other words, you're saying, do projects in zero gravity reflect the culture of the country? I mean, the interesting thing about the Matters of Gravity flight is that it's probably the first artist flight that was only with artists from one country. Quite apart from being the first Mexican flight or the first Latin American flight, it was the first flight that only had one country in it. So normally these flights, the ones we've done on the artist flights, are with multiple nationalities. I mean, yeah. So we never organised a British flight, or always there were French, German, Slovenian, Spanish, whatever in the flights we did.
So it's the first time that you worked only with Mexicans?
The first time there has only been one country doing the flight. But I think that's because of the personality of Nahum, where he really wanted to do a Mexican flight and felt that...
So it was the idea from that were just...
Oh yeah, Nahum completely had decided that he wanted to do a Mexican flight. And then he came to me and said, well, how do we do it? I think I can get the money, how do we do it? So it's like, so in a way, it's a first in two ways. One, it's the first Latin American flight, obviously. It's the first. I think for Nahum it's important that Mexico has. For him, it's really important that Mexico has a significance in space exploration.
Yes, and he said that was kind of rude that the Mexican government didn't give anything to make the project go so.
I don't know who completely funded it in the end. But I thought the Foreign Ministry of Foreign Affairs had paid for it. What did Nahum say?
Yeah, he said that he tried to get the flight here in Mexico, and they went to the army and they
I see. You tried to do it here.
Yeah. But they told him, we have the police and all this. hope we can do it because it is absolutely
military.
yeah.
No, I understand that.
And even money or anything. They didn't get anything from
the background is that he was trying 3 different places to do it. He was trying to do it at the European Space Agency place, which is a commercial place now called Novespace in Bordeaux, which is actually the one who operates that plane that I showed earlier on, the A3, the plane I saw in the flight. I showed you the flight, and then he tried the Zero Gravity Corporation. He basically used the NASA plane. They are private again, but they are connected to NASA. And then finally, he got the possibility with Russia through the German Company of Space Affairs. It was really difficult because Star City is really close to a strategic airport, and they're flying military planes to Ukraine from there. So it was really a problem. That it was a political problem, but luckily for Nahum, Russia obviously decided that they were happy to have good relations with Mexico and were prepared to invite some foreigners. At that point, no foreign zero gravity flights were happening, so somehow politically it worked. The point I was making, and I'll repeat it for the camera now, was that I think the transformative or revolutionary notion of the artist using the zero gravity flight has actually changed people's approach to zero gravity flights because they have different gravities. So in the film Gravity, there was continuous weightlessness. Okay. On the International Space Station, there's continuous zero gravity, continuous weightlessness. But in the matters of gravity flight, we see gravity changes. This was particularly nicely illustrated by Eugene Puig's project, which showed the effects of the different gravities on the faces.
I love that.
So this is why I called my talk Different Gravities, because it's zero gravity flight is about not just one notion of weightlessness, but about different gravities. That's really important.
Sí, que se nota. No sé si cuando se ve la cara de serios, que es cuando están subiendo.
En las dos que.
Y ya cuando se ven muy sueltos, es cuando como que ya están en la cero gravedad, ¿no?
And what is the or if there are a kind of artists which you work with, or you work with any project that came to you,
I've worked.
comes to you?
I've been a curator now since 1987. I only work with generally with new commissions. I probably worked with, about 100 artists in my life, maybe. A lot of new commissions, yeah. In the last 17 years I was doing this art and science work. Now I'm moving away from that and doing other things. But
And you write about.
I was a curator since 1987.
Yeah, because here in Mexico it's like really slow progress in this kind of job, and I think there actually are a lot of people that don't know what is a curator.
It's the same in some countries in Europe. And the concept of the curator was not invented when I became one. That's true. 1987, people were not calling themselves curators.
Yeah, they didn't even know that word.
So that's when I started. I worked on a lot of different projects, but my main theme is making work with artists that challenge the limitations of the environment within which they function. So I'm particularly interested, my mission statement, which you'll see on my website, it is about working with artists individually on their dreams and their plans, but working with artists to challenge the limits of where artists can go. And so for this reason, one of the projects I did last year was with the CEF project from Ivan Quinn and Andres Domene, which explored the railway system of Mexico. I was really interested in the idea of how artists can work with major infrastructures like railways, not just decorate the railways, but work with the issue of the railways, the issue of transportation. Why we transport ourselves in cars or in a certain way. So to me, this is important. So I'm really interested in artists being involved in transformative processes, which is why my current project at the moment with the Argentinian artist Saraceno is about challenging the idea of going to space with rockets. He thinks we should go to space in balloons. So now I'm doing a conference and a project about floating into space with balloons. So that's my latest project.
Aparte de los artistas con que trabajo, ¿tienen más referentes de artistas, aparte de los que trabajó en este proyecto?
Sí, o sea, de gravedad.
Sí, aparte, o ya están otros proyectos trabajando o...
Dice que está ahorita trabajando en un proyecto porque quiere que vayan al espacio los artistas, o sea que es como su objetivo ahorita, como lograr que se haga eso.
¿En México o de otros
pues internacional?
Aquí ya me cortaron hasta.
So tell me about what you guys are doing.
Well, I'm a visual artist where I work with the collections here at the IMBA, that is the National Institute of Art. I work with the collection and all the control of this. And now we are taking this course of
Curator's course. Yeah. So INBA is running a curator's course or no?
Yeah, at the UNAM.
Okay. At UNAM, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So there's now a curator's course at UNAM. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's at what level? A postgraduate level? Or
Yes, no, well, it's
PhD
a kind
level
of,
or MA?
I don't know which is the term, but it's a diplomado. It's like an extra course.
Okay.
Yeah. But now we don't have here like a degree of curator, so you can go through it like with this kind of courses and the experience. He's also visual artist and he's
No, graphic designer.
Okay.
no eres artista visual? Sorry.
No.
And you're an art historian.
Yeah.
Or historian.
History of photography on
Great.
century, siglo XIX, principios del XX.
The 20th century.
Okay, great. I didn't know there was a curator's course.
Yes, there is.
We are.
How many people are doing this?
Like, ¿cuántos somos? Like 20.
20?
It's
Dile que lo podemos contactar para, en dado caso, tener una sesión a través de internet con los chicos. Bye.
if you can have like a Skype call or something with our partners.
I'm quite happy to do that, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm Rob La Frenais on Skype. You have my contact details? Yeah. I'm only in Mexico City till Tuesday, and then I'm going to Oaxaca, and then I have to go to El Paso after that, and Paris, El Paso. Then I'm leaving back to London. But, hey, great to meet you all.
Great to meet you. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With us.